So hello, everybody. There's lots of familiar faces out there. Welcome this afternoon to this virtual event. Thank you for joining us to celebrate Next Canada's 2021 Venture Day Award winners. This is a very unique event. It's a very intimate event. Before we begin, I'm going to ask everyone to mute until we call upon you. That way we won't get any background noises, and I hope that you don't get background noises here at the office. We had a fire truck about 35 seconds ago, so hopefully the fire is put out, so to speak. Congratulations today to our newest Next alumni entrepreneurs who are on the call today for your achievement this year. It's truly been a remarkable year. Each of the awards that we're going to be presenting today was actually announced 2 weeks ago at our Venture Day, but Venture Day was 2 hours. There certainly wasn't enough time to call every award winner up on stage and ask them to give remarks. So we're doing a supplemental today. So this sort of makes today like the daytime Emmys, where the secondary event, and the intent today was really to capture the feedback from our ventures, and then we'll use that feedback for our social media purposes and to heighten the profile of our partnerships. So I'd like to point out that I have two members of the board of directors, my bosses, on the line today. Emily Cushman is here. Emily is an alumna from Next Canada, and Reza Sachu. And I believe Reza is joining us momentarily, but I would like to thank both of them for their remarkable volunteer service to Next Canada and their commitment to our mission. And as if that wasn't enough of a shout out for Reza, you know, his ears should be burning. He's also a co-founder of Next Canada, along with Tim Hodgson and Ajay Agrawal and Claudia Hepburn. And I'm absolutely thrilled that Claudia, who's also the founding executive director, the first person who did my job, is on the line with us today. Claudia, thank you so much for being here. I'm thrilled that you're with us. Thank you. Today's program is an opportunity for our corporate partners and our donors to introduce the entrepreneurs who have received the awards in their name. In turn, the entrepreneurs are going to be invited to reflect on their experience in Next Canada, and we'll be using the comments that are made today for our social media purposes. So in order for all this to work, here's what we've asked of each of you. Anyone who's presenting an award, we've asked you 60 seconds, 90 seconds to introduce the award winner. And then the award winner is kind of 2 minutes. So this is like an exercise in mutual collaboration, because we're all going to have a speaking part in this program this afternoon. So because we do want to get the award winners, and I believe each of the award winners has a trophy in hand. If you have a trophy in hand, we're going to do a group screenshot. We're going to test you first. So if you're an award winner and you have a trophy, can you hold it up right now? Because our marketing team would love to get, I see lots of little glass ends. Wonderful. These were designed by Naomi. I don't think that they're an N for Naomi, that's an N for Next. And we got your photograph. Thanks very much, everyone. So what we're going to do is we're going to get things started. And I'm going to call on Eamon Gamble from RBC to say a few words about the RBC People's Choice Award. Over to you, Eamon.
Awesome. Thank you, Kyle. It is an honor to be here today and have the opportunity to present the RBC People's Choice Award. My name is Eamon Gamble, and I'm a director with RBCX, the recently launched group that's supporting visionary entrepreneurs as they seek to change the world. So as you mentioned, the RBC People's Choice Award was voted on by the audience at Venture Day, which took place a couple of weeks ago, for the top venture pitch of the event. We are so excited to announce the winner of this year's RBC People's Choice Award, Waive the Wait. Waive the Wait is dedicated to bettering the waiting experience for patients while also optimizing clients' operations using their virtual waiting room. They are currently doing this by sending personalized patient dashboards that allow simple two-way communications between the receptionist and patients, along with smart reminders. I'd like to welcome the founder, Shreya Anand, to accept the award. Congratulations, Shreya, and the whole Waive the Wait team.
Thank you so much, Eamon. I want to thank RBC as well for sponsoring this award, and to all the people who believed in me and us and voted for us to win this. RBC has been incredible for providing to people and help inspiring young entrepreneurs like myself, and for being such an incredible partner for Next Canada. On a personal note, the person I look up to the most is my mother, who's gone through a lot of her own challenges and has been my main support system as I embark on this journey called life. And coincidentally enough, she recently celebrated working at RBC for 20 years. So RBC has been really important to me, not just for this award, but it's been supporting my entire life, really. Speaking of family, I also want to thank this new family of mine that I got to know for the last year. To all the professors, Nanda, Gans, Liederman, Bush, and Goldfarb, who taught us the nitty-gritty of entrepreneurship, thank you. And of course, to Professor Agrawal and Professor Sachu for doing that and going far beyond by shifting how I thought about the world and what it means to develop something bigger and larger than life. Thank you so much for truly changing my mindset and the way I look at the world. I also want to thank all the support staff at Next. I specifically want to thank Phil and Liza for coming on meetings with me as early as March when I needed help trying to figure out how to make a better sales pipeline, and as recently as even last week when I needed help with just reaching out and finding people. And finally, I want to thank all of you, my new brothers and sisters within the cohort, for making the summer truly unforgettable. Thank you so much, everyone, and looking forward to seeing what happens next.
Wow, Shrey, thank you so much for that. That was incredible. And what a remarkable coincidence in terms of weaving your whole family story into that. Bravo, good for you. So I'm now going to reach over to our friend Stephanie Berger, who's from Scotiabank. Stephanie, you're on the call here. Do we have Stephanie from Scotiabank? Yep. And Stephanie, if you can unmute yourself. Okay. Naomi, are you able to unmute Stephanie?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Stephanie.
I was like being on an AT&T commercial. Can you hear me now?
Stephanie,
I'm so sorry. I'm not used to Zoom.
You know what? You kept us waiting, but it's kind of like Scotiabank who kept us waiting. And we had a big announcement this week with Scotiabank that they have renewed their support with us. So we're exceptionally thrilled that you're here and we can hear your voice loud and clear. Stephanie, over to you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Good afternoon. So my name is Stephanie Berger, and I'm the new Director of Corporate Sustainability at Scotiabank. And I'm so pleased to be here with you today to award the Scotiabank Outstanding Contribution to Society Award. And this award is given to a venture that has made the most significant contribution to promoting social and or environment change in our society. And Scotiabank is very pleased to announce that the award is being presented to Ruth, which is Ruth Pads, and it's the easiest sustainable period care solution. As a mother to a teenager, I can't tell you how much I am personally pleased about this option. So I would like to invite Anka Chan to accept the award and to tell us a little bit more. Anka?
Thank you to Next Canada and Scotiabank for this award and for supporting our goal of making sustainable periods easy at Ruth. I'm so grateful for the Next 36 program for transforming my own perspective on entrepreneurship and teaching me to de-risk in order to increase our chances of success. Receiving the Scotiabank Outstanding Contribution to Society Award means so much to us because it aligns completely with our core values at Ruth to create social and environmental good. We have committed to ending period poverty from day one by donating our products to 7 organizations across Canada. And by offering disposable and 93% plant-based pads, we're empowering menstruators to be sustainable without needing to change their period care routine. Entering the menstrual care industry and disrupting the status quo of disposable plastic-based products has been no easy feat, but having the support of Scotiabank and Next through this award is a signal to us that times are changing. And we're so privileged to be a proponent of this positive social and environmental change. We at Ruth are ruthlessly fighting to save the earth one sustainable product at a time, and we're thankful to have Scotiabank and Next join us on this journey. Thank you.
Congratulations, Anka. And I did want to give you congratulations because consistently in every gathering that I've been at, whether it was the Arlene Dickinson conversation or Venture Day, you consistently get the attention of the panelists who really think that not only do you have, a proactive approach to this, it's sustainable and it is something that we need more of. So thank you and congratulations for that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass it over to a good friend of mine, Jigna Shah, who's from EY. And EY is sort of like a super partner this year, because not only have they delivered on everything that they've been doing for years in terms of supporting our ventures, this year they've actually provided a seconded employee to our team. So our head of finance and operations has been helping us from EY for a 6-month term, and we really do appreciate everything you've done. Over to you, Jigna.
Thank you so much, Kyle. And you know what? It's our honor to continue supporting Next Canada. And the more we get involved, the more passionate we get about all the programs at Next and everything that you do for the entrepreneurs there. So thank you so much for the opportunity. With that, good afternoon, everyone. I am Jigna Shah, and I'm the Regional Market Leader at EY. I also co-lead EY's Entrepreneurial Winning Women program, which is a coaching and mentorship program for women entrepreneurs that are looking to scale and grow their businesses. It is my honor to be here today to present the EY Women in Technology Award. EY Canada is an advocate for driving technology innovation in all its forms in our own markets and communities to build a better working world for everybody. Throughout our years of working with and supporting Canadian entrepreneurs, never has there been a greater focus on the power and potential of technology as there is today. And the EY Women in Technology Award recognizes female technology entrepreneurs who are using technology in new ways to improve the lives and support our communities. And our winner today is one of those visionary women. Having more women in technology and supporting the advancement of women in tech will bring about more inclusive solutions and encourage and advance the next generation of women leaders as well. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to present the EY Women in Tech Award to Cheryl Song, co-founder and CEO of RENA, a next generation rental platform that improves how women live. I've known Cheryl now for the last few months, ever since she joined the Next Canada cohort, and I've already seen since the last time I spoke to her how much progress she's made with the venture. So congratulations, Cheryl. We cannot wait to see what's next for you, and we look forward to continuing our support of your journey through Next Canada and beyond. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Jigna, and also thank you so much, Kyle. So it is my absolute honor to receive this award, and definitely Reina and myself couldn't have gone this far without the support of Next and EY. It is the first time in history that women now we have the freedom and power to define our own success and also pave a future that we want to live in. And we are on behalf of all other female entrepreneurs in this program, and out there in the world. And we are really grateful for programs like Next Canada and then also EY to provide resources and to support our journey to be unapologetically ourselves, and then also to create a better and more equitable future. And, I know Jigna for quite some time now. So even since before she even knew that we were part of Next, she has, spent many, many hours with us to walk us through like different programs. And it was a coincidence that found out we are also a part of Next, and then they are also a part of, as a Next partner. So, that speaks volume to how much support that EY has dedicated to support female entrepreneurs. And thank you so much, Jigna, and also the rest of the EY team.
Way to go, Cheryl. And I did want to give you a bit of a shout out, because Cheryl, despite having just graduated, is already behaving like an alumna of this program. She called me and said, what a great program. I've made a small list. There's about 3 things that can be improved. I'd like a meeting with you. I'm going to bring a couple of my classmates with me, and we're going to help fix your program up even better. So thank you so much, Cheryl, because you really are going to be paving the way for the future participants in this program to enjoy an even better program. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to our friend Claudia Hepburn, who I mentioned earlier in the program, our first executive director and a co-founder of Next Canada. Claudia Hepburn, over to you.
Thank you, Kyle. I didn't realize you were going to ask me to say a few words, so you've taken me off guard. But anyway, I'm really delighted to have a chance to get a little snapshot of some of you prodigies from Next 36. This is a program that I was living, breathing, sleeping, dreaming about for 5 years of my life, and I feel a little disconnected from it. So it's really a great joy for me to hear so many of you articulate, passionate entrepreneurs with incredible business ideas that I'd love to learn more about. So thank you for inviting me, Kyle, and thank you hugely to Scotia, RBC, and EY for your support of this program. You are organizations that are supporting so many great charities in Canada and make a tremendous difference, and organizations like Next and like the organization I'm running today, which is the grateful recipient of RBC and most recently Scotia, a big commitment from Scotia. We're really grateful to your support. So I'm totally delighted to meet you. If any of you ever want to go for coffee, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I've enjoyed making friends with a few alumni of Next 36 who I didn't have the pleasure of getting to know when I was, since I sort of left my formal role with Next, but I'm always happy to meet for coffee or a Zoom and hear more and, offer any advice I can or just learn from you. So
Claudia, thank you for that. And I would like to recommend to everybody, if you do have a chance to get a coffee with Claudia Hepburn, do so, because I had a coffee with Claudia Hepburn 11 years ago when I worked at the University of Toronto. And Claudia and Reza Statue had this idea of creating the Next 36, which was born at the University of Toronto. I was on the other side of the table. I said, my goodness, this is a great idea. And I knew they were going to run with it. And I sort of thought, I'd like to work there. I would really like to work there. And 10 years later, I had the opportunity, Reza Statue came knocking. And so, Claudia, thank you for planting that seed years ago. And with that, Claudia, what I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce this year's recipient of the Hepburn Award, who is our valedictorian this year, Rayhan Memon. Rayhan, over to you.
Thank you, Kyle, and thank you, Claudia, as well. It's really such an honor to be receiving this award and to have your name attached to it as well. I had the privilege of saying a few words at Venture Day, so I'll try not to repeat any of that here, except to remark once again on how exceptional of an experience this has been for me. As keen as I was to get accepted into the Next 36 program, I would often tell myself through the application process, whether or not you get in, you're still going to quit your job, you're still going to work full time on your venture. And as nice as the resources from Next would be, you don't need some accelerator's permission really to get to work. And I could temper my expectations by telling myself that, because at the time, that's all I really thought I had to gain from Next, the resources. And since joining and up until now, I have been proven wrong on many counts. There's a lot of stuff that I gained that I didn't realize I wanted. I didn't realize how much confidence I would gain by having some of the busiest and most influential people on this continent, and Reza, Ajay, many of you here, and many other instructors in the program actually care to know my name and devote a considerable amount of time and energy to actually help me achieve my goals. I didn't realize how much startup wisdom I'd actually absorb when it was delivered to me by successful Canadians who stood in my shoes, as opposed to Joe Blow on YouTube. And I certainly didn't realize how being plugged into a community of young high performers who are aiming for the moon would actually encourage me to want to aim a little bit higher as well. Wanting to start a $1 billion company, solve the climate crisis, become an astronaut, those are dreams that often sounded like things that only kids had the license to talk about. But over here at Next Canada, those conversations are actually pretty mundane. It often feels like if you're not thinking that big, then you're thinking too small. And getting back that childlike desire to conquer enormous challenges is one of the greatest gifts this program has given me. And I'm really, really grateful to the entire team, Kyle down, and all the sponsors and donors, as well as my peers in this program, for making it as transformative of an experience as it's been for me. So totally grateful, and thank you all so much.
Thank you, Rayhan. That's remarkable, and I really appreciated your valedictorian address as well. You touched many, many lives. I, in this office, often think that I have like the bat light, that you shine up into the sky when you need Batman. That bat light for me goes out to our good friends at Osler and David Jameson. When something goes wrong, I pick up the phone immediately. David, somebody just copied my website entirely. What do I do? He's always there. He's always quick on his feet. And we couldn't do what we do without the support of Osler. So I'm going to ask David Jameson to present a very special award today for us. David.
Thank you, Kyle. Can you hear me? Very, very nice of you to say. Anyway, my name is David Jameson. I'm a partner in Osler's Emerging High Growth Companies Group. It's my honor to present the Jeff Tabor Alumni Achievement Award. This is one that kind of hits close to home. Ray's had alluded to this at the last Venture Day, but Jeff and his family passed away in a pretty tragic accident in late 2016. And, he was one of my mentors, and without a doubt, I wouldn't be here today if it hadn't been for him. So in a nutshell, the award's designed to recognize as many contributions to Next since its inception, and really to the greater kind of Canadian tech ecosystem. So on that note, pleased to present this year's award to Braden Rain, who graduated from the Next 36 program in 2018 with VoiceFlow. Braden, congratulations on your success, including the recent Series A, and here's your chance to speak.
Yeah, hi everyone. It's funny, no matter how many times I speak to the Next community, I still get a little nervous here beforehand. It feels like only a couple of years ago I was actually going through the Next 36 program myself, and while our Venture Day wasn't on Zoom, it was certainly a pretty special experience, and I've been pretty blessed to be able to continue to contribute to the Next community. I know actually quite a few alumni who've just recently gone through the program. I've gotten the chance to know, and I'm hoping to make a few investments myself to continue to sort of give back to our Next community. In terms of what Next has done for us, I mean, the reason I'm so appreciative of this community, the program, is we really wouldn't be here without Next. I know it's something a lot of startups say about their accelerator program, but we were unfundable when we were a children's story company. So that's how we got started off when we were actually in Next Canada. Gave us a place to work. Even though we were supposed to get kicked out, I think at 5 p.m. at that point, we usually camp up a little bit after. And there's lots of photos of us in the Next office at 1 a.m. Up at Bloor Street, working on the business and really, getting to know each other and kind of getting started. Ultimately, Next, provided us with that first check, and we've raised a little bit more money now, but that first, I think it was $50,000, lasted us, almost 8 months. Between 4 people. So you can really stretch it pretty far. And that first check is the most important check, because without it, you lose that sense of legitimacy that Next gives a lot of ventures to keep going. You have an organization behind you, other folks believe in what you're doing. And so certainly couldn't be more appreciative of Next for, giving us that first check, that first shot of legitimacy, and ultimately, even as we've, sort of scaled past the Next 36 program, plugging us into a community that we can continue to contribute to, and really feel like we have a family outside of our own company. So certainly appreciative to Osler for your support of Next. We're very happy Osler clients. We work with Chad and Justin there, and they're fantastic. And we certainly appreciate your support of Next. Appreciate this award, and of course, to all the folks at Next, appreciate all the work you do.
Great. Thank you, David, and congratulations, Braden. And Braden, the nerves don't go away. And I will tell you that the first time I met you, I was nervous. I was like, this guy's so successful. What am I going to say to him? So the nerves are around still. I now have the pleasure of introducing the W. Galen Weston Award winner for this year. And it's going to somebody who we've already heard from today, Cheryl Song. The same Cheryl Song we met for the EY Female Entrepreneur of the Year. This award honors the late W. Galen Weston as in recognition of his many contributions to Next Canada since our inception. Mr. Weston was one of our founding patrons, one of the first 3 to found this organization, and he was a true champion of Next Canada and has really ensured the long-lasting impact of this organization and our alumni. The Weston family asked me to extend their heartfelt congratulations to you, Cheryl, and they hope to meet you in the very near future. Congratulations, Cheryl. Back over to you.
So here's me again, and definitely it's my honor to receive this award, and also thanks to the Galen Weston family for their continuation support to the innovation and startup ecosystem in Canada. And I just want to say, like, this award is not just for me. It really represents the joint effort of our female team, and then also the joint effort of support from the Next community. different from Brayden, I actually feel quite comfortable speaking here because looking at all the familiar faces, I really feel like this is my friends and family. And, we are going to probably be friends for decades to go and support each other, continuously and to achieve our success in the future. And also, especially, I want to just give a shout out to my co-founder, Katie, who is not here today. And Katie is the hardest working person that I know. And then also she is really the force that's behind Reina, that's, keep constantly pushing me to move forward. And, I'm really, really honored and grateful to have her as my partner. So I think this award is not just for me. It's both me and Katie.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Cheryl. This was great. I actually get to present one more award here, and then I'm going to pass it over to our board member, Emily Cushman, but I get to present the Next AI Top Entrepreneur Award. And I'm really pleased to present this because I think I've heard his speech already, because he showed up in the office a couple of weeks ago to thank me personally for the program. The Next AI Top Entrepreneur Award is being presented to David Hayes, and David is the CEO of AVO, Autonomous Vehicle Organization. Congratulations to you, David. Over to you.
Thanks a million, Kyle. Thanks everyone for joining. And sorry about the long name of the company. It's not always easy to get out. But I just want to say thanks a million to the whole Next program. So board, employees, advisors, everybody at Next, because this is truly fantastic. I feel very honored to be part of the program. And I want to say a huge thank you to the sponsors that also facilitate it, because what Next is doing is truly eye-opening in terms of the Canadian ecosystem. Now, I'm not sure how many of you know this, and apologies if it's a bit of repetition, but I come from a sport background. I was on the World Cup of Sailing for about 8 years. I ended up winning world championships in windsurfing, and it was a truly fantastic experience. But what I learned through that process is that certain events stand out more than others. And now, whether that was a triumph or you overcame a limit that you previously thought you had, or if it was a training camp that you pushed harder than you ever did, what I learned is that those key events made all the difference in getting to the next level every single time. And this is how I see Next. Next is going to be one of those key events in my life, and I'm hoping that everybody else on the calls feels the same way, where I'll look back at the lessons learned, whether they're easy or hard, Reza, and I'd say the big thing here is they stick with me as I go forward. And those are the catalytic events that will always make me a better entrepreneur and a better leader of a business. And I think that's really important to focus in on, is that this will always be one of those markers on the timeline where I can say, wow, I grew the most in a short period of time, and it's because of the ecosystem that Next has built. So I want to say a huge thank you to the entire program, to all the profs, to all the advisors, to the mentors, to the companies that sponsor it, and to all the companies that went through it. I don't think it was necessarily an easy task, but when you grow through a hardship and a difficult challenge, that's where you gain the most. So thank you very much, and I'm honored to receive the award.
Perfect. Do I get to jump in, Kyle?
Yes, you do.
Wonderful. Okay. And congrats, David, and all the award winners so far. My name's Emily. I'm the founder and CEO of Kira Talent. It's my pleasure to be here both as a board member and as a Next alumna. And it's also my pleasure to introduce 3 award winners today for all of the outstanding ventures in each of our programs. So to start off, the winner of the Next 36 Outstanding Venture Award is a friendlier company who is creating a circular economy through a proprietary, smart, convenient, reusable packaging system. Kaylee Dale is here with us today, the co-founder. Congratulations, Kaylee.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to thank all of the staff and partners of Next Canada. What I really loved about Next was the go big or go home attitude. It was really the first time in my entrepreneurial journey where I was encouraged to push and consistently think bigger. Winning the Outstanding Venture Award for the Next 36 program feels particularly special to us because I know there were so many other incredible ventures within our cohort. There's often a misconception that socially driven companies can't be as profitable or as scalable as traditional ventures. So this recognition means a lot and shows that things are changing for the better. Thank you so much, Next 36, for supporting and believing in us as we take on a big challenge on our mission to eliminate single-use food packaging waste. Thanks to Next Canada, I feel ready to run with it. And as Reza would say, swing the bat as hard as I can.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations, Kaylee, to you and your team at A Friendlier Company. I feel like we need some of those like clapper things, just for more noise. It's all good. Okay, so next, the winner of the Next Founders Outstanding Venture Award is Partake Brewing. So Partake is an award-winning non-alcoholic craft beer brewer. Founders Ted Fleming and Diane are here to accept the award. So congratulations, Ted and Diane.
Thanks very much, Emily. I certainly had very high expectations for the next program, and I'd have to say those expectations were exceeded from the course content, cohort members, guest speakers, course partners and sponsors, and of course the amazing professors. Thanks to all of you for making it such a great experience. I'd have to say, for Partake Brewing community is such an important part of what we do and what we're building, but it's also extremely important for entrepreneurs, and Next is certainly a community that I am proud to be a part of, and one I hope to help build over the next few years. So thanks to everyone for making it such a great experience, and looking forward to being part of the family over the coming years. Thank you.
Amazing. Congratulations, Ted and Diane. And last but certainly not least, the winner of Next AI Outstanding Venture Award is Leave Inc. So Leave Inc. completely eliminates lineups through autonomous checkout solutions for retailers. Co-founder Olivier Roy is here to accept the award, along with co-founders Charles and Evgeny. So congratulations to the team at Leave Inc. Oliver, wherever you are, I will pass things off to you.
Thank you very much, Emily. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone on the Next team for giving us the opportunity to be part of Next AI Court this year. It has been a life-changing experience, and we couldn't be more than grateful. I'm accepting this award on behalf of the founders, Charles, Ev, Kevin, who's not here on this call, but also our amazing team, our advisors, our investors, and everyone who believed in us and made today possible. As you may have noticed, unlike all of our peers, many of our peers here at Next, we didn't graduate with an MBA, PhD, or even a college degree. We had a slightly different path, but that has never stopped us from pursuing our dreams. The three of us left our jobs 2 years ago to launch Leave. Not because we had a great business plan or amazing traction at the time, but because we wanted to create something that had the potential to impact the world in a positive way. Rather than finding another program startup, what we found at Next is a community of some of the brightest minds in the world trying to solve a complex problem. And amazing people around them making everything behind the scene possible. This program comes with great challenges and even great expectations. But the resources and tools that it instilled in us make us so much more prepared for the challenges to come. Thank you so much to all our peers, our professors, and of course, the amazing staff for asking the right question and pushing all the right buttons. You're truly remarkable. We're honored and humbled to accept this award, as we know the amount of talent and hard work that this organization encompasses. And we can't wait to see our peers succeed in their respective industries. With that, as Algie would say, Godspeed, and on behalf of the Leave team, thank you very much.
Congratulations. Thank you, Emily, and congratulations to the teams from Leave, Partake, and the Friendlier Company. It was my pleasure last week to be in Montreal and to meet the Leave team in person and to visit and see their product in live situation and to learn more about their growth strategy. And I think they're destined for success, as are our other winners today. At this time, I'd also like to acknowledge Joshua Liu, who won the Tim and Francis Price Alumni Engagement Award. Joshua wasn't able to attend the event today, but wanted to extend his appreciation. But he was able to meet with Mr. Price personally and convey his appreciation for the award. Now, before I hand it over to my boss, Reza, and I'm realizing we're actually ahead of time. So this is like, Reza's gonna have 25 minutes for another lecture here. But let's hope he doesn't. He's gonna free us all early from class today. But before I pass it over to Reza, I do wanna thank Naomi and the entire team at Next, who were working tirelessly behind the scenes right up until 2 minutes before this meeting when we had to quickly change the Zoom link. So congratulations, Naomi, on another great event. You've done us proud. And Reza, if I can hand it over to you to introduce our final award for the afternoon, and then for you to close out the afternoon program.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, congratulations, everyone. I promise not to take 25 minutes, but maybe 24. No, I'm joking. It's going to be a couple of minutes. I want to start by, it's just so great to see Claudia on. Claudia, it's hard to believe 11 years ago, we were at the York Club thinking about whether we could create something like this. And I'll never forget kind of our first selection day weekend where we weren't even sure if anyone was going to show up or not. So we've come a long way, and I hope you're proud of the organization. When Claudia and I first started talking about this program, we sort of at a very high level said, well, what we want to do is create something that's going to increase Canadian prosperity and really do it in a manner where we could find kind of the right tail, the most promising young entrepreneurs, and give them a set of experiences, capital, education that would really help them accelerate their trajectories. And it was sort of an ambitious mission, and it was a very bespoke one where, by definition, it required tremendous resources for a very few, for few people, frankly. And what we needed was tremendous financial support, and we needed a lot of people to help us execute on this program. And I'd say, perhaps, and Claudia, of course, was instrumental in this. When I think about sort of two donors that came in very early that were very important to Next, one was Galen Weston, who I think gave us all tremendous confidence when he supported us that we could actually pull this off. And I just want to honor the fact that he died this year. And I think it's fair to say that had it not been for Galen, Next Canada would not exist. The second thing is Osler, and I mentioned these, and certainly I know Claudia will remember. I think we did our incorporation documents way back when with Osler, and so I do also want to remember and honor Jeff and Osler for all of their hard work. The program is a lot of people will talk about the fact that the program is uncomfortable. And I don't think it's just me that makes it uncomfortable. I think the whole program is designed at its core to be uncomfortable. And that's for a reason, right? I think being an entrepreneur is uncomfortable. Okay. It is not easy being an entrepreneur. And Next Canada is purposely not meant to be an easy program. And it's not easy because also there's a weight of expectations, right? We've got, donors like RBC, Scotia, E&Y, Tim Price, others who have all decided to back Next Canada with the hopes that we'll collectively be able to achieve these pretty large expectations that we're going to move the needle around Canadian prosperity and do it through people that have come through the program. That discomfort, I think the reason it's so valuable is because it teaches you at a young age to make consequential decisions that you are accountable for. Okay, people can spend their whole careers and never make a consequential decision that they are accountable for. And in that mode, that is where you learn the most. And I can't imagine a place that teaches you that more than Next Canada and ultimately being an entrepreneur. Okay. And so I'm thrilled that you guys are all on this path. And my hope and expectation is that you will stay very close to Next Canada, that you will share your successes with us, that you will engage with us, that you will share your failures with us and your learnings with us. And in the same manner that you see Braden and Emily and so many other alums staying connected to Next Canada, it makes us much stronger. And frankly, perhaps as I think about what Kyle, Claudia, and the rest of the donors should be most proud about with Next Canada is really two things. One is the impact I think we've had on the Canadian entrepreneurial ecosystem. When we first started Next Canada, the ecosystem did not look like it does today. And without sounding arrogant, I think we played a huge part in creating what is now a pretty robust Canadian ecosystem. And you're seeing it in terms of the number of businesses that are getting funded and hopefully will be going public shortly. But the second piece of it is we now have 600 alums, 600 or 700 alums who employ over 5,000 people, who raised over $1.5 billion of capital. And that's really speaks to the mission of really starting to increase Canadian prosperity. And so, I think that it's hard to believe that it's been 11 years, but it has been, and we've done it kind of with the support of almost entirely private donors. And so I'm incredibly grateful to that donor base. And I think the pressure is on for all of you guys and gals, and I think you can completely handle it. And the pressure is really to trust your instincts, to put yourself in those positions of discomfort, and to make consequential decisions. They won't always go perfectly right, but more often than not, if you're in the game swinging the bat, you'll connect every now and then. And I'm confident that if you stay in that mode, things will work out for each of you. Okay, so I get the honor of presenting the SATU Prize. Now, this is an interesting one. I'm not going to actually read. This won't shock Kyle because I'm not actually going to read what he sent me. So, Chloe, I have a question for you, Chloe. Are you surprised that you got this award?
Yes.
Yeah. So here's the deal. I would say that, well, so let me ask you the question. Why are you surprised that you got this club award?
I feel like I did not make a really strong impression on you this cohort.
Yeah. So I think that is accurate. But what's interesting is you seem to have made such a strong impression on so many others that it overwhelmed my perception. And so I think the learning is there for both of us, which is I'm not sure how I missed you because I shouldn't have. And I'm not sure how you didn't engage with me because you should have. And so, but I think that, but in many ways, it's perhaps a teachable moment for both of us. And I've heard a lot about you from many and about kind of your vision and what you're up to. And so, and I'm thrilled to present to you the SATU Prize, which I will now read for you, Kyle, which is awarded in recognition of outstanding performance in the Next 36 program and a demonstrated potential to lead Canada's next generation of high-impact entrepreneurs. This year's winner is an artist and an innovator. She is the co-founder and CEO of Acrylic, an art tech startup leveraging robotics and machine learning to allow visual artists to produce collections of painted artwork at scale. She pitched Acrylic at Venture Day, and the company was incredibly well received by our panel of experts. So I'm thrilled to present Chloe Ryan with the 2021 SATU Prize. Chloe.
Thank you. And yes, definitely a learning for both of us. But yeah, I mean, first off, this is an honor and was definitely a surprise, but definitely still means a lot. And it's definitely an honor to have your name attached to it in particular. I just want to say, start off by saying a huge thank you to the whole Next team, both Reza, AJ, and Ajay, and all the rest of the founders and the team who's made the program what it is today. It really, I mean this when I say it, it was a fundamentally transformative experience for me. I came in a third-year engineering student with a big idea, but nothing really to show for myself. And I left the program, at least I would like to think, a full-fledged founder with far, far grander ambitions than I came in with, who's ready to fundraise and make it happen. And I think this echoes what a lot of other founders here have touched on. And I think that's the part that makes Next so special. Most other institutions that I've been part of emphasize turning your dreams into tangible, realistic, actionable goals. And Next has really been the first in my life that flipped that on its head entirely, and instead encouraged us to make those dreams 10 times bigger and then actually go out and see them through. So I do think I speak for everyone when I say that Next didn't just shape our ventures, but also our senses of self and the way that we think and approach new situations. So before I end, I just want to say a heartfelt thank you also to all the founders in this room and also all the founders who aren't. Genuinely seeing my video on the same screen as yours throughout the past 8 months was an honor, and I've learned so much from everyone, and I can't wait for all of us to follow Rez's instructions, make bold decisions, support everything with numbers, and swing the bat as hard as we possibly can. So thank you to everyone here for everything you do and for making this possible for founders like me.
That's great, Chloe. Thank you. That's very well said.
And Reza, I'll have to make an impression on you going forward.
Well, you know what? You
That's
just did. So I thought that was terrific. So listen, one of the things just as we close, what I would say is that, one of the concerns I had about COVID and moving this program online, which Kyle and his team have done so adeptly, was that the quality of the students would decline. And frankly, being in our 11th year, I was also worried about, how do we maintain the standard of excellence? And although I could make lots of jokes here, I won't. And all I would say is that, we just keep hitting the bar, and you guys were terrific. We are incredibly thrilled that you went through the program. We're incredibly hopeful and optimistic about what you're going to do. and what you're going to do for Next Canada over time. And so with that, I wish you the very best. I thank all of our donors. Claudia, it's great to see you. And Kyle, thank you very much for putting all this together. So over to you, Kyle.
Wonderful, Reza. Thank you so much. And thank you for pushing us and all of the participants in the program. I will say that you've been forwarding congratulatory notes to me throughout the week, the past couple of weeks. We're up to 35. I think we're going to hit a benchmark of 100% thank you notes to Reza. And there's a consistent theme to them of this program has transformed my life in the way that I look at myself and the opportunities that stand before me. So this truly is a transformational program. And it is an opportunity for us to change the face of business across the country and the prosperity of this country. So with that, thank you everyone for participating today. Congratulations to our graduating cohorts, and thank you to our partners and our donors